Okay, welcome back. So it's been a few days now, I'm back on my feet. And now I think it would be a good time to talk a bit about our experience with Carnival this year. So what have you been up to?
Oh, yeah. I have been up to many things this year. I was on the road 4 days and I really experienced different things, which makes this year really, really funny because I went to a bar, like a classical, traditional bar with carnival music. I was in a big event and I saw the
Karnevalszug.
The Karnevalszug.
The parade.
Yeah, the parade. Yeah, right. And I had so much Kamelle. We talked about it, if you remember. And I also got like a lot of flowers they throw from the wagon. So the Strüsschen.
Yes. What was the most out there thing you caught as Kamelle? Because actually, at one point, somebody threw a sausage at me, which was very interesting. And I think the coolest thing I got was Twix. That was very nice. And
Actually.
Also a kid next to me got a little floating playable or like a little floating device for the bathtub, which is also nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Kids are always good with that.
But the sausage was like packaged or just raw in the face?
I saw that too. It was like the typical German sausage, the Fleischwurst,
Nice.
with mustard.
Great.
In a plastic package.
Awesome.
in a vacuum. I was really confused at first.
But with the Strüsschen, that was really nice. When I was at the parade, next to me there stood a Ukrainian woman, and she also, had learned or knows the Strüsschen and Kamelle, calling for flowers and for sweets. But at some point she just started yelling bouquet, which I guess is Strüsschen is flowers in Ukrainian. So that was a funny moment.
That's cool. I like that one. But I had a lot of Strüsschen this year. I was impressed. Like my friend, she had to take them with 2 arms because she had so many flowers. But it was really beautiful.
Probably in the start, like in the front part of the parade route then, because I was kind of at the end and you could really notice by that point that they were running low on sweets and flowers. They were really economical with them at that point.
No. I mean, I saw the second half of the parade and they had so many sweets and Strüsschen still. Okay. It was funny. But we had so much of them that we started to give them away as presents in the train back home. Like to young girls or I don't know. And they were really happy. It was a really nice experience. That's like... a part of Carnival for me, like to be happy together with all the people.
And sharing stuff, yeah. I think for me this year the most memorable thing was actually the party at my work, because I feel like that's such a vital part of Carnival, that you get to meet people that you see every day in your life, but in a whole different view kind of, because they're all in their costumes, they're all having fun, all sharing this experience of enjoying Schlager, Schunkeling together. And it feels like you get to know them in a whole different light. And that was very nice actually, because I feel like also afterwards now, getting back to work, the whole mood is a bit different.
Like the bit after the Christmas party.
Yes. But I have to insist a little bit because it's not Schlager, it's Cologne music, Kölsche music.
Yes.
That's a big difference.
The Schunkeling that Freya mentioned, being the action of swaying left and right slowly to the beat of the music.
Yeah, but like with every person who's in the room, you have the biggest circles of persons, and after that you're friends with everyone. It's
also going more and more out of beat the longer the evening goes on.
And it's really hard to stay like in the right beat with all the people, because you start going like left, right, but then the next person is already in a different way, and you're just like boom, 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 bouncing against each other, but still it's a really nice.
It's a bit like those brain rot TikTok videos, you know, where you have like geometric patterns going in circuits or something, and then at some point they hit against each other like the little balls and so on.
Do you remember what was the funniest costume you saw this year?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Like every year, I saw a lot of people wearing some sort of SWAT vest or anything, but that's like
it's a
super
classic.
lame.
Yes.
But it's a classic
Yeah.
by now. True. I saw people dressed up as Lidl bags.
I saw that also a lot.
They were sold at Lidl, I think. They made a bag on that.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
a good promotion. Good marketing strategy.
I also saw people with a Lidl bag and with a vest that said hashtag Team Lidl on the back in Rewe on Carnival. That's also ironic.
Yes, but I also saw people wearing like all kinds of versions of a Netflix series. So I feel like it's also something where you represent what you like in pop culture and what you enjoy on your day to day. So I feel like it's also a party for fandoms because you can express yourself, you can
Yes.
wear a cosplay even if you like, and I mean some go very in depth and take very much time to prepare, some just go last minute and just put on a hat, but still like it's a whole thing to make yourself ready and to enjoy your time with your friends. And I also saw a lot of group costumes. One of
Yes.
them was very interesting. It was a fisherman with all his fish.
That's cool. That's cool. I saw two costumes this year. They were so creative. I was really impressed. It was a joy to see them. One was a group of women. They were dressed like in whole sparkling silver costume, but then they had a mask in their face with a fox. They were disco fox. I think that's really cool. And I saw a guy who had, and at first sight we didn't understand because he had something on his head. We were like, what is it? What is it? And his body was all covered in the silver foil.
Mm-hmm.
And then we discovered that he was a Döner,
Great.
the German kebab, and he had an onion on his head,
like the song.
like the German song.
Yeah.
There's a German song which goes like, I have an onion on my head. I am a kebab. Translated.
Yes.
And it was really funny.
Yeah, I saw like a group of people who were dressed up as conspiracy theorists. I think is also almost a classic by now, you know, with their tinfoil hats, and they had like signs which said like crazy stuff on it about German politicians.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I had a catastrophic experience putting together my costume because I was going to be, or I thought I was going to be, the conscientious bricklayer. Which is a German cabaret song from the 60s, I think, sung by Peter Frankenfeld. And it's about a bricklayer who he orders to fix some stuff on his roof. And the bricklayer comes, and then the hours go by, and he starts by picking up a brick, going up the ladder, and then, it's the lunch break, and it's a huge conundrum builds up. And then in the end, the bricklayer has made it to the top of the ladder, but then the day is over and he drops the brick on the singer's head, and then the song's over. So I went to the hardware store and bought myself a hard hat and like some working pants. And I was going to build myself some fake prank bricks. So I bought a styrofoam plate and went home and sawed it into pieces. And then, okay, I have to paint these in like brick color now to have them. And I went to the paint store, which is near my house, and bought some spray paint. And then I went outside and wanted to start painting the bricks. And I don't know if you've ever seen what happens if you put bricks or put styrofoam in alcohol.
No.
And the paint, of course, was alcohol-based.
It's already funny.
I start putting the paint on the brick, and it starts getting slimy.
No!
because alcohol, I then learned, dissolves styrofoam. So I just had a slimy, sludgy piece of styrofoam, which was kind of red, and then I abandoned that idea. But what were your costumes?
Oh, I have one costume that is every year the same, because I just love the suit. It's a Leo suit, simple as that. I just have to paint a little bit on my face, but I really like this one. It's I think an all-time classic. And then I bought a new costume for this year, which was a thief, like with black and white stripes on the shirt and on the socks. And then I had a little bag with paper dollar signs, and I was like, I just robbed the bank, but I had all the camele in my little bag.
Nice.
Multi-purpose, that's really smart. I had a costume together with my partner this year, and in true nostalgia, I went as Perry the Platypus, and he went as Dr. Doofenshmirtz. That's a reference from like a kids show we used to watch, and I feel like it's one of those shows which get funnier when you watch them as an adult. And we had it was really fun. I actually sewed the top for my costume myself. So I had a challenge this year, or I was challenged by my friends to make my costume myself. So I did, and I also built like a beak for myself and a tail. And so it was also really fun just to prepare for Carnival this year.
Crafty, yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you have a costume or?
No, it was my first experience for Carnival. I didn't have any costume, but I borrowed some from my friends. But it was still cool, like nice experience, and I enjoyed it actually a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It was also my second only Carnival experience, and maybe you've noticed this. I've just noticed this year, all the drumming. Like last year, I was on the streets also a lot, but I didn't really notice it. But this year, every street corner, there's some group of people with drums drumming away.
That's true. But I love the sound of the drums on Carnival. Like it gives this special Carnival music marching vibe, but like with all the people together. It's nice. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And I'm really impressed by the people who go with the drums, because I imagine like the parade, the famous Monday parade goes for like 6 hours, and they do it all the time with the drums, and I'm like, wow, they really gotta have some big muscles in their arms.
Yeah, the musicians are very impressive. Also, a friend of mine, he's in a carnival band, and he was playing from, I think, Thursday till Tuesday night. He was playing the whole time. And for a short period, he was at my place because a friend of mine, he celebrated his birthday. And he was still in costume, had his instrument with him, and just popped by, said hello, and went right back to playing music. And I feel like, I mean, for him, it's really the experience that he's looking forward to. But I also felt like he was strained by all of the days playing music.
Mm-hmm. I mean, depending on the instrument, you're getting really sore by the end of that.
I always imagine the instruments that I don't know the English word. Maybe you can have me the like trumpet and saxophone and like these
the wind instruments.
Yeah, wind instruments. I feel like they need more like condition than people who go for a half marathon. I don't know. I imagine it's like so hard. Wow.
Yeah, also the people in the parade with like the backpack like float things, like the it's hard to describe it. No, I mean there were two policemen and also just some like jesters, Narren, which are like, I don't know, 5 meters high, and they have the sticks, and they have the whole thing sitting on their back, like made from paper mache or whatever. Like that's also
that's
pretty.
People do impressive stuff just for Carnival in Cologne. I think this is very unique.
Yeah, but I actually I saw a Tagesschau post. That's our one of our biggest news outlets about the Carnival in Rio, and they were also like really impressive with all of their costumes and like big feather pieces they were wearing. It looked like they were more than 2 meters high, and so that's also very impressive. So I feel like Carnival is a place where you can like really just let out all your creativity and wear pieces that are so out there that you couldn't wear otherwise or wouldn't be comfortable to. So that's also like really nice to see people just embrace themselves and just let it all out, kind of.
Getting to ecstasis.
Yes.
But, talking about the media coverage of Carnival, I had the fun experience of, because I live near the end of the parade route. By the time they were gonna get there, it was to be early afternoon, and I woke up that day, Monday, at about 10. And then I started watching the TV coverage of the parade, which is led by the German moderator Guido Kanz and someone else I don't remember the name of. And they had all this background knowledge on all the floats and the people on the floats and all the carnival organizations. So by the time I got to the parade, I already had all this knowledge and was able to go to the person standing next to me and say, hey, you know, this up there is this person from this carnival organization. He has done this and this.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I feel like it's such a big part, but I also heard because they were at the beginning of the parade, they had like a plexiglass wall behind them to cover them from the Kamelle, and you would hear the Kamelle just hitting the plexiglass the whole time.
Yes. I mean, when they threw them, at some point I was standing on a wagon to see the parade, like really close to the parade, and some people threw the Kamelle with a lot of enthusiasm. So they just flew in my face and everything, and it was like, oh, and sometimes it really hurt when it was like chocolate or something. It was really funny because every time people were like, oh.
It's like there's this English town where they do a thing where they throw pennies from the town hall balcony. I think that's even worse, so we're better off than them.
That sounds kind of dangerous.
It is.
Worse than chocolate. Oh, funny. No, it was as every year. I mean, I think it was my 8th or 9th carnival. I just love it, and as every year it was a pleasure, and I'm already sad that it's over until November now, and that
I mean, it's just, I don't know, 7 to 8 months. It's not that
it's long. All the songs are still in my head, and I'm singing them along in the shower and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's some real earworms there. Lasse de Dom in Kölle, that's my favorite of all time. It's just...
That's a nice one. But there are some nice new ones. But I think the Kölsche Karnevalsmusik makes the most fun if you understand what they say. But I also met some guys from Spain. They didn't know any word of German, and they had so much fun partying to the carnival songs. I think it was really nice and an impressive experience.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part. Like, so many people from all over the world come together and enjoy it. Like, I also went to another part of the city where I usually didn't party before, and I also met so many people from all over the world. I feel like also Spanish people from Portugal, and also I heard French people, and I felt like everyone was enjoying themselves and kind of having this understanding without the language, because everyone was partying together, and that felt really nice and very welcoming.
Yeah. I think what you mentioned about being in another part of the city, I think as someone who does geography, I think it's really interesting how, of course, the whole town is on the streets, but different parts of the city have so different, such a different character during Carnival. Like you have the Zülpicher Viertel in the west, where you have a lot of young people, a lot of drinking, a lot of party on the streets.
And Carnival tourists a lot. Like.
Yeah, right. And then the southern part, the Südstadt, where it's more traditional, where there's more people in the pubs, in the Kneipen, and dancing to live music on the stages. I think it's pretty nice. Which was the part where you haven't been before?
I actually spent more time in the Südstadt, which was more of the traditional way. I think I've been more to the Zülpicher area and also Nippes. Yeah, that was very, very cool to see like a different part of town. And I also went to the end of Carnival there, which was also quite interesting. It's called the burning of the Nubbel.
Nubbel.
Yes, and it's a very interesting concept because you have this. It's a puppet made out of straw, and it's kind of the scapegoat for everything that went wrong
Right.
for the last year. And somebody dressed up as a cleric stands in front of it and just names off all the bad things that happened through the year, and then people scream after they ask who is like responsible. People scream, "Der Nubbel war's," and then you kind of have this thing, yes, that you can blame the Nubbel for everything that went wrong. Also, maybe all of the not so nice things, or I don't know, the drinking too much in Carnival and everything. You can blame it on the Nubbel, and then a lot of people come with they're holding sticks which are lit up, so they just
torch it.
Yes, they torch it, and then the whole thing goes up in flames, and you know, you kind of get rid of all of the bad things that you've done.
The sins.
Yes, you can just burn the sins, and then you know, Carnival is done, and you get into the time of fasting, which also starts after Carnival. And yeah, I feel like it's a very, very old tradition, and that kind of made me realize how much tradition there is to Carnival, and maybe also like in a more sense of the planning of the year, that you kind of get rid of all of the partying and the bad things, and all of also getting rid of winter, and then now starting a period of working and being more responsible, which is maybe funny, but also motivational for people to just get back into the good habits.
Yeah,
I think that really summed it up nice. We stay with the traditions. We are happy to do it all again next time. Do the sins again, burn the Nubbel again, blame him again for all the stuff. But I think we are all in a common sense that we can recommend the Cologne Carnival to everyone who likes like music, partying, and being part of a bigger thing.
Yeah, and I feel like also the things she mentioned while we were burning the Nubbel were very political, and I think that's also a big part of Carnival, that you feel like this togetherness, and also wanting good for everybody, which is a thing that I don't think you can feel that often in your day-to-day life, and that made me feel really positive, especially after all the political happenings all over the world, and also the Karnevalszug, so like the parade is also a very political very politically
charged, maybe.
Charged is maybe the right word, but I felt like even though there was so much controversy, Carnival kind of washes over it and makes us feel as one again, which was very nice. So maybe if you want to be part of that too, join us and analyze and also party about Carnival with us and enjoy the time at the conference with us. This will be, I think it's a very giving topic.
Yes, it's a good topic for the conference. And we prepared some little
sound bites
for you in the end of this podcast. So you can hear what Carnival sounds like a little bit, like if you're in the middle of it.
Yes. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Kölle Alaaf 2004.
Und jedes Mal blieb tätowiert und